How are you guys doing today? Sorry, Randy's dropping stuff in the kitchen, yelling at Inspector Gadget. Um, so welcome to today's live stream. I'm a little out of commission, y'all. I can't be trusted, so I'm having. It's been a doozy of a week. I want to start off by saying hey and thank you for being here, and also I need to clean my glasses. Um, it has been a doozy of a week. Hey, runaway camper, was there not somebody on here who had a weekend show last weekend? Oh, I don't know. Hey, Witch and Gnome, actually not sleeping through this week's live. Right on. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Shell. I just reopened my old YouTube channel. I'm gonna start logging in again. Right on. Oh, that's awesome. I'm just taking a sec. It's been such a wild week, y'all. Thank you to everybody who sent us emails asking and like checking in. We did not get hit by the tornadoes. We were not in that storm's path. We are in like the very southwestern corner of Missouri. So fortunately we only caught some like cray winds, which leads us to the next adventure that we had gone on, which is we got some unexpected, unplanned, unanticipated repairs done to the house. And which it took 2 days, but everything was going well, and then a gas line got cut through with a circular saw, and everybody's fine, everything's okay. Just like so much stress, and then I moved like a whole bunch of stepping stones, and you know how my hand was hurting me from playing the guitar too much? Well, I pulled whatever pulled, and then the other day I was recording for Thursday's tutorial, and something popped, and Randy was like, we're taping that up and you're not lifting anything for like a week. And I was like, meh. But then I'm not gonna argue with him. He's bringing me coffee, like, so I'm sorry we didn't have a Thursday tutorial, but we're working on it. Right on. Shell says I'll be back and forth. Hey, April. So I've been working or distracted at a show. Ooh, right on. Hey, Misty. Hey, Mew Mew. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Melanie. Melanie says, hi, so glad to catch you live after watching so many of your other videos. Well, hey, welcome to the live chat. Sarah Fritz says, happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. First time on a live stream live. Well, hey, Lita. Oh, I'm just tickled to have y'all joining us. Another live stream I can make it to. I love holidays. Nobody else seems to have. Right on. Since we don't have any little ones in the house, Easter is more of a just like chill, like, so that's pretty cool. I hope everybody is having a great weekend so far, though. This is Hawk. Oh, well, hey, Hawk. I thought I recognized the thumbnail, but you'll see me as the runaway camper from now on. That's my new YouTube channel. Right on. Hey, Itzy, how you doing? Shell says we had some winds here, heavy. Yeah, like it was wild. I was worried. Y'all remember it was Friday? I was worried about having the attic windows. It's not like when the Joplin tornadoes happened, the windows got sucked out of the attic, just whoop, right out of the house. So with old houses like this, there's no telling what might go wrong this time. So it's certainly more adventure than I signed up for. So, well, hey, little sprite. Well, the nice thing about my hand being out of commission is, oh, I still pick everything up with it, apparently. We're going to be trying to finish this paint by number in today's live stream while we do an Ask Me Anything style Q&A. So if y'all have questions, like if you've emailed me with a question or something and I still haven't answered because I've been trying, but y'all, this didn't help with typing either. But I think everything's okay. I just need to stop using it till the inflammation goes down and to make sure that like everything is okay. Like I got to give it a chance to heal. So Lida says, got my lovely calves today. Thank you. Lisa D says, are you feeling better? Hey, I'm good. How far from Florissant are you? I don't even know where that is.
We're in the southeast.
We're in the we're in the southwest.
You're right.
We're other like super far away. Thanks, Michelle. I hope you're feeling better too. J-Max says, thank you, Randy, for taking care of Vaughn. He just grabbed a hose and ran away. He's had a rough week too, guys. Healing vibes headed to you. Thank you. Divine says, you're so cute. This is my first time here as well. Well, hey, Divine. Well, thank you. You keep me company while I'm checking out my inventory. Nice. Lisa says my hip is fudged up and I lost my voice. What did you do that your hip and your voice are out? The day after a holiday is good for discount candy. Yes. Hey, Robin. We're glad we're doing all right, too. I hope all y'all are doing well also. I know we've got a lot of friends in that part of Missouri and Kentucky. Hey, Janine. Hey, Rosalie. What up, babe? What's that? Oh, the gasket from the house. Okay. Been raining here. Right on. Oh, me too, medieval. Like, storms are so scary. Hey, what you know? Yeah, it was. If y'all were here last week, I was a little worked up. Like, I was like, oh, just excitable. From the wind. Like, I was scared. Next Wednesday, I didn't get an email link. Sorry to hear about your hand. Just ignore my email about missing email. Like, oh, okay. Well, hey, Catherine. Yeah, sorry. It's usually. I didn't even post to social media or anything. I'm so sorry, y'all. But it's just we were dealing with that cut gas line and trying to get just everything back to like baseline normal. So that, huh?
It's a spare.
Ooh, well, nice. Hey, big boy. Hey, big little man. I love you. Sorry, the doggy came by. I gotta give him scratches. Oh, hey, Millie Butt. Oh, yep, that's the tripod. There we go. Was it for your hand bothering last week too? It was. My hand was bothering me, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine, and it was doing okay. And that's the problem. Is like whenever, like, if a doctor tells you you gotta go 8 weeks without lifting anything, and you go like 6 weeks and you're feeling great, but then you really ought to have waited the 8 weeks. Well, I didn't have any doctor's orders, and I'm non-compliant probably anyways. But if my hand was feeling good, and we went and we moved. Just a whole mess of like probably like 30 some odd stepping stones, and Randy was doing all the carrying, but I was like, huh?
What about all the logs?
Oh geez, I forgot about the logs. We threw a whole trailer full of logs. Y'all, we loaded it, and then I mishandled myself. I've been abusing the heck out of my hands, so now I'm suffering the consequences, and I'm sorry. I'll try to do better so I can keep the weekly videos coming. Oh goodness, Lisa. Shell says my cat's mad because I cut up his box to make necklace holders and shelves for my show. Nice, very resourceful, but also watch out for grumpy cats. Ah, Lisa says, Yvonne, I took a water aerobics class. Did you like it? I love them. I love splish splashing, and like a bunch of other people splish splashing. It's almost like synchronized swimming, but like, I mean, not. Hey, quiet. We're doing really well. But says best part of Easter weekend is when the Reese's Easter eggs go on sale. Ooh, Witchenum says need to reorganize our inventory, hoping to vend at an event next weekend. Oh, I hope that goes so well for y'all. Susan says I sent you the pictures of electroformed jewelry and received your email. Do you see any improvements I can make other than the photography? Honest to goodness, they looked really good. Like I'd be really interested in seeing. They looked very kind of sleek, and like I'm interested in seeing your personal style evolving and like your different touches and stuff. Now, having said that, Randy's personal style is that sleek, smooth, like beautifully lined electroforming that you were doing. So there's not, I didn't, if it looks the way you wanted it to look in your heart, it looked beautiful. Like, so it's I'm sorry, whenever I replied, I didn't realize you were looking for feedback, but no, it's good natural lighting. Like on a bright sunny day, go to like a shaded spot. That way you have nice ambient lighting. You'll be able to get some good, well lit shots. So same phone camera that you're probably already using, just going for some natural lighting like that, I think will really let the beauty of the pieces shine. Hey Deb. She says, hi, another quick pop in from work. Hope y'all are doing well. We're doing pretty good. Oh, Lisa says, but my throat and voice. Oh no. Do you feel like steampunk jewelry is not as popular anymore or fading away? Most YouTube tutorials are 5 to 10 years old now. I actually think our steampunk stuff still sells just as well, if not better than ever, because it's, if there's a trend, think of the fidget spinners. Like, we couldn't go to a convention or a craft show or an art fair without seeing somebody trying to sell fidget spinners. And so when everybody follows that fad, when everybody was carrying steampunk stuff, the market was just oversaturated with, everything from the most basic of just a gear strung on an ear hook to these ornate art pieces that are like super cool and intense. There was just so much of all of it. So now that that has faded out, you're still going to have a whole lot of folks who like, I don't know, maybe I'm biased on this one, but steampunk is just cool. I love it. It's amazing. So now that the fad has passed, but you've got people who are like in their soul deep fans of it, they're still going to be looking for outlets of creative jewelry to buy and stuff. So I don't think that, Randy, thank you for this coffee, my love. It's all foamy and beautiful and warm. Oh yeah. Okay. Give me just a sec. This is really good. Okay. If it's in your heart to want to make it, it doesn't matter whether it's oversaturated or whether it's trendy or anything like that. Like, follow your passion, and people are going to see that you're excited about it, and that's going to get them excited about it. You could be one of the people on the front crest of the next wave of steampunk resurgence. So it is my thoughts on that. Hawk says, I'll send you another email sometime this week. I've got the dates I'm going to be bending in Missouri. Would love to come spend some time with you and maybe help you out. All right, on. Well, even just having some coffee or something somewhere would be really cool. I hope we can get our dates lined up. Medieval says it got crazy here in northeast Arkansas, but luckily it didn't hit us. Central Arkansas got hit pretty bad though. I hope everybody's all right. Hey Renee, says hey Vaughn and Randy. First time on the live chat. Love y'all. Only missed 10 minutes this time. Hey Valerie. Judith says, here in Northwest Houston, it thunderstormed all night. It was so loud, you would think it was right next to us. Wow. Michelle says, I feel you, girl, on the hand stuff. I have good days and bad days, but you still use it when I shouldn't. Yeah, we're naughty. It's okay. Like, we'll do better. Melanie says, I want to get a hammer and chase, but I don't have a lot of extra money right now. Inexpensive, but workable one you might recommend. They have some perfectly decent chasing style hammers at like Lowe's or Home Depot. So a lot of it is if I had 30 bucks and needed to buy one hammer, I would get this bad boy. Is a 13-ounce hammer that has a whole bunch of different heads that you can trade out on. And so that's what I would recommend because that's what I use. And then instead of having a steel block, it's loud as anything, but you can use a the butt of like a pot or pan. It's fine. I've used bricks that I put just like fabric over to like soften it so it's not leaving brick texture. I've hammered stuff just out on the concrete. So it's, if you've got like a countertop or like a wooden cutting board, like you can get different effects and stuff. So there's a whole lot of, it depends on what you're going for. But I even use just regular old house hammers before investing in this one. So just get you a hammer is a hammer is a hammer, and you may be able to file down the head of the hammer, the face of it, to make it be if you want it, perfectly flat with a sharp edge or kind of domed or something. It depends. So I hope that that's helpful. Let's see. Okay, book says.
Now the tabs are behind your iPad.
Oh, the tablet. I was gonna try to get caught up over here.
Okay.
But thank you though for reminding me. Book says, so serious question. I was gifted a whole mess of front drilled teardrop abalone shell, and I have no idea what to do with it besides a quick and easy pair of earrings. Quick and easy pendant. But yeah, truly, you could use them as drops hanging off of a necklace. Earrings, that's beautiful. Pendants, earrings, necklaces. You could do like a beautiful like anklet or something. Are they quite thin, or are they like resin reinforced so they're a little bit thicker? Okay, I'm gonna scroll with this hand. Because I can't hold this is my coffee. Do you think that's how I pulled it, babe? Was carrying coffee too much? Because it's this motion. And this terrible coffee accident. Oh, that's good stuff though. Okay. Have you thought of doing wirework keychains? Ooh, that's a good idea. I haven't. Okay, that's Melanie replying to book. The steampunk section at Spirit Halloween store sells out every year still. Because it's just cool, isn't it, Virginia? Do y'all sell just the Dragon Eyes unwrapped in your booth or only wrapped? In our booth, we only sell them wrapped. That's mostly because we just don't have cabs, like a display for cabochons, worked into our setup. Though I don't see any reason why not to.
Hey, Penny.
Penny! Okay, sorry, I don't mean to cover the camera. I'm learning how to do this. Hey, I'm on time. I'm so happy to see you, and then I'm going to be quiet and watch. Hey, Tish. Well, I've got a boo-boo hand this week, so we're just going to be painting. But I'm getting caught up on comments for a little bit, and then we will get to it. How do I know how to price my pieces? Asks Melanie. Mostly pendants, since I'm just starting, and while stones used are genuine, don't think my wrapping skills are super good. Okay, whenever you're pricing your work, you have to take that emotional, like, self-perception out of it, because we sold stuff that I thought was rubbish and people were paying full price for, but it's because I had this, it was somehow not as good as other folks because I knew the mistakes I had made and different things. And it's like, no, because you don't know what kind of tricky business those other people went through to get their pendants to made. So just because we saw the whole creative process and we have maybe too sharp of an eye to criticism, self-criticism, constructive or not, look at it and be like, okay. And I mean, if it's clearly, like, if it's a chipped stone or if the wire's broken in a spot or anything like that and you had to make a repair, but it's a little evident, you use your judgment. But start with, if you paid $5 in materials, do not sell it for less than 15. And that's just, with jewelry, like, if you've put work into it, that's what we do. It's different with, like, our cabs and beads and stuff that we sell on our website. But whenever you put hands on it, and that's even for our earrings, which I use that as an example because whenever we do, like, a charm strung on an ear hook, that is the lowest, like, the least amount of work that we can put into a piece. But oftentimes the material price, depending on where you're getting your charms from, the material price is high in comparison to the amount of time that you're putting into it. Whereas if you're making something with, a seashell and some bare copper wire that you stripped, your price input is super crazy low, but the material cost is low, but the work you put in, like, see how that kind of balances. So I always start with just the easy math, which is $5 in materials, sell it for 15. And then I'd start looking around on uh, Etsy or Facebook Marketplace or wherever it is that you'd be shopping for jewelry, because your opinion as a shopper really matters. Like, if you price something and you're like, I would never in my life pay $300 for this necklace or something, then it's like, go by what seems reasonable to you, but also take a look at what other people are selling their work for. And you can see how many sales, like, a seller has made and stuff. And I'm not saying rip off somebody else's business model, but it's just collecting market information. Just seeing, if I were a baker, I'd look at, well, how much is Walmart selling their bread for? How much is the Dollar Tree selling their bread for? How much is Whole Foods selling their artisanal loaves for? How much can I buy a loaf, at the farmer's market? And how much am I looking to spend on a loaf of bread if I'm shopping for a loaf of bread? Replace bread with jewelry, same thing. So just kind of do some market research, see where you feel like your prices would fit in. Because I'm not going to price my enameled silver, like silver craft wire. I'm not going to price it like it's sterling, even if it's the same style of wire wrapping. You just have to take those things into consideration. Um, but I wish that I could tell you exactly, just look at the piece and be like, that's $5, like, or, $50 or, whatever. But it's like, you've got to, that's something that only the artist can decide the pricing on their work. And I hope that was helpful to you. But it's tricky. It's tricky. I'm going to say this a bunch today, but it's because it's tricky business. Probably pricing our work is still one of the hardest things about running our business, is because we want it, if we make something, we want it to move. We got bills to pay. Like, I think everybody's in that boat at some point or another. April says keychains are so abusive. I don't recommend that. That's a really good point, April. Sarah, woo! She says, "Hey Vaughn, it's been a minute, but I always seem to be at work when you stream. Congrats on the wedding. Love to you both. Glad to see you're streaming more." Yes. Oh, I hope you're doing so well. Hey Stephanie. Most of us are our worst critic. Just remember to keep learning and working on your techniques. Amen. Which you know. Oh god, that hurts. Sorry. Hey Penny. She says, I always smile when I hear Randy's off in the distance saying hi. Haha, you two are so cute. I'm having to hold the coffee all weird style. Um, Lolanthe. That's a beautiful name. I don't think I'm saying it right, but it's beautiful. Hey, just found your channel this week. Right on. Are you new to wire wrapping or polymer clay or all of it? What brings you here? Hey, Kisley says, I've shown a few of my bracelets to coworkers and mentioned a few of the areas that I had reworked or tweaked and didn't look as good, but they never saw those issues till I mentioned them. Right? And I mean, it's like if you're at an art gallery and you're just looking at a painting on your own and just appreciating it, and then you have the person who painted it come up and be like, I messed up here, 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 and here, and here. And it's like, that's subjective. Like, just let people enjoy it for what it is. Like, we're not getting graded. Like, it's not like customers, or at least, gosh, it's nice whenever they don't come through with a red pen and circle everything that they think's wrong with your work. So we shouldn't do that for them. You know, be like, well, this is why you shouldn't like it. No, no, no. Let them, if they love it, just let that be. mm, Catherine says, I still use a large gauge wire keyring that I got in the late 80s. Haven't seen anything like it recently. Right on. It's easier to go down on price on one object than lose out altogether. That's a good point. Yeah, Melanie says that was very helpful for the pricing. Thank you. Yeah, and also it's always your own discretion to be able to price a little high and then give people deals. Or if you have fun haggling, that gives you room to haggle. Not gonna lie, haggling stresses me out like 100%. Um, is there any new trend materials or techniques for 2023? Um, I don't. That's rude to say. Um, honest to goodness, I don't care about trends, because if there's a trend, then everybody who is following the trends, then I just know what's going to be in their booth. Whereas if I stick to what I'm excited about, what I'm passionate about, because let me start with, there is nothing wrong with following a trend. Like, I love like gnomes and fairies and mushrooms and crap, and that seems to be really, really popular, but I'm not going to stop doing it because it's trendy. But I'm also going to, if it's something that's not like in me, I'm not going to start doing it just because it is either. Staying true to yourself makes you you're a unique commodity. Your artistic perspective, your vision, your execution, your sales experience, all of that. Nobody can compete with that. You don't need to follow trends. Like, that just means that you're going to get lost under how many other listings of, people who just started doing it because it's trendy, as opposed to, I don't know, kind of getting lost in the, oh, that's such a harsh term too, but kind of getting lost in the riffraff of, every, mass producer on, AliExpress or eBay or something coming up and being like, well, this is our version. Like, I think a lot of us who are doing wire trees saw that for a while when, you could buy them at pre-made, at like Walmart, a wire wrapped tree for like a couple of bucks. And it's like, but it didn't look like your tree, does it? That's why you should keep doing what you're excited about and what you're passionate about. And like, roll with the trends, and maybe, always take things into consideration, but don't feel like that's what you have to do, because there's going to be enough people doing that market's going to be full. And if you're walking around at a craft show and everybody's got nothing but gnomes and fairies and mushrooms, even if you love gnomes and fairies and mushrooms, I'm going to be like, oh my god, something that's not gnomes and fairies and mushrooms, oh my. Like, and be drawn to that booth just because they're doing their own thing. Tish says steampunk is still cool. Was going through totes after moving and found some charms I bought at Michael's back in the aughts. One of the things that made me want to get back into making jewelry. Oh, that's so cool, Tish. Oh, y'all can see Randy's monitor in the. Oh, you can see the iPad. What the heck? Where's Randy's monitor? Oh, I see that. Yeah, no, there's like major lag. Right on, book. Just logged on. What happened to your hand? Just overuse, Leslie. It was sore from playing the guitar, and then we lifted apparently a bunch of logs and stepping stones and did a lot of like digging and stuff in the garden. And then I was working with clay, and I had squeezed and it popped, and I was like, I've got to wrap it and just stop using it because now it hurts just all the time. So last week it was just cramping, and now it's like, ugh. So we're keeping an eye on it. Hey Jean says, hope you did good on your earring sales and the craft along. We did. All of y'all made sure that we had a good weekend. So thank you guys so much for that. The other things was stumbling on your channel. Right on, Tish. What have you got for pets? I need to turn a parrot into a pirate. So I don't have a thing for pets, but that's adorable. And I don't know how. Good luck getting a parrot to wear an eye patch and it like a pirate. A parrot's piratey enough. He doesn't. I don't know. Like, does he have both of his legs? That's all I got on that one.
Is one of his wings just a hook?
Yeah, give him a hook wing. No, don't do that. I don't know. I'd probably lean into the trying to get him to just like arr or something, like get him to growl or. Hey, walk the plank. Oh, I love that. You could give him. I don't. There's no telling. That's a good question, Mike. Darling says, "Hey, beautiful lady. Oh, it's been a long time. Had to see you still going. I miss seeing y'all. Well, it's good to see you, Ariane." Leah says, I know you're partnering with Potomac. Do you think you'll ever pick up a beading needle and thread and try bead weaving? Yes. And I had done a little. Well, it wasn't weaving. It was just bead work. Do you mean specifically like on a loom? Because yes, I've always wanted to do like a Celtic knot inlay on bead weaving. I just think that would be the coolest thing, but I have not tackled it yet. Is air dry clay versus polymer clay strong enough to use for jewelry?
I don't think I would use air dry clay.
And I feel that way as well, but I was thinking about it, and if you seal it in resin, then it should be okay, but
you don't really have to do that with polymer clay.
Right. And that's the thing is that I don't know. It depends on, because if you seal it with resin, it would get, I worry about it getting damp and crumbling or, I don't know. I haven't trusted it, but I also haven't really had that great of an experience with air dry clay with it shrinking. My favorite thing about, so I don't know on the durability of the air dry clay because it was the shrinking of it that I never really got into because of that, because I couldn't really put the air dry clay around a stone and have it shrink without cracking. Whereas with polymer clay, it's whenever you bake it, it cures and you don't get any shrinkage on that. But I don't know. It's try it out and see. Test wear it for a little bit and see what happens. So I'm addicted to the wheat style weave you taught a while back. Thanks for all the great inspiration. Oh, Witch and Gnome, anytime. It's our pleasure.
I think you're just falling further and further behind.
Am I? Well, I want to read every single comment today, so we're going.
Well, use your iPad.
Okay.
It's much better.
Okay. But then it's one more thing for me to hold.
Take.
Can I have a straw for my coffee?
No.
I cannot sit down the ducky. I tried. I've been holding my coffee like this. Where are you going? Beautiful man, what you doing? Okay. I don't purposefully live to make your life difficult, but also at the same time, thank you, baby. All right. He's just grunting at me. Okay, let me see. Whoa, but this one's just on top chat. Uh-oh. Let me make sure. All messages. Okay. Ooh, okay. Quiet. I'll try that with the, Hey, Elijah, with the, I've seen Mithril Arts wear them, and so I may start doing that. All right, on. Catherine says the trend thing is overtaking the polymer clay on Pinterest. Everyone has multiple faux marble earrings or silkscreen polymer clay earrings. Right on. Oh, right on, Jean. Okay. Sorry, I lost where we were. Yes. Okay, there we are. Well, I'm not too far behind. Lolante says, new to wire wrapping. I've tried before, but no success. I love your master classes. My name is pronounced Iolante. Iolante. That's so beautiful. Yeah, what happened to your hand? I'm a goober, and it's just I just like sprained or pulled something. I don't know. We get to watch Von times 3. I think it's time to bust out a spiral fractal wrap. Oh, that'd be so cool. Arr, yo ho ho. This is Stitch. um, Jean says, I love making bead earrings, bead weaving, right on. Brooke says, bead weaving is a kind of catch-all term that includes loom weaving, off loom weaving, and occasionally bead crochet, right on. Gotta get these remaining booty box cabs wrapped up so I can sell and make money to be able to buy more. The vicious cycle. Well, yes. All right on, Hawk. That'd be so cool. Hey, Rosie in the Pines. We're going to go ahead. Let me get this camera flipped around, and we're going to start working on this painting. That way y'all have something to look at. I'm on the top of my head while I read comments. So, y'all, I cannot... Randy's a blessing to my life in every possible way. So just having him here to keep me from running myself into the ground. He's the best partner a person could have. And I'm not bragging. I'm grateful for him. So that beautiful man over there, I love him. Why you grumpy? Okay. Oops, there we go. Okay. And this is the worst because it's getting all kind of sweaty yeti in between my fingies. But I tried just having it taped, and I would still move this finger around too much. So I'm hoping that immobilizing it. And I've been icing it and stuff, so.
I am happy.
I am happy. Oh, Randy. You poor creature. Isn't anybody gonna help that poor man?
No.
I give you keys. Okay. There we go. Hey, Randy. Could I ask you to change out my rinse water? It's all yucky.
Already?
Well, because it's still from yesterday. Uh-oh. I gotta get all the paintbrushes off of it. Thank you. So, yo, I love doing paint by numbers. It's probably my favorite, most relaxing thing. Penny says download some black pattern PDFs and print them. Then you can draw your beading design on those paper grids. They're blanks for everything. Right on. Yeah. Well, I mean, for this to be the first time this has really happened, like, ever, I'm not too bummed out about it. I just need to sit still and behave myself, and that's a tall order. But if anything, this makes me empathize so much with a lot of y'all, who've been, in here watching, recovering from surgeries and different things and all sorts of stuff. And I'm always like, man, that's gotta suck. And now I'm like, oh yeah, it does suck, and this isn't even that bad. And then could you hand me that white towel from over there? Thank you.
White towel?
Yeah, it's the one that I wipe the...
Under the red towel?
Yeah, but that's a kitchen towel, so I don't want to get it all paint covered. This is my paint towel. Thank you. Where the heck? There's my paintbrush. There it is. Found you. Okay. Aw, thank you, Sarah. This is we found this in the clear section at Michael's. And so we're still working on... Oh, let me see if I can find it, actually. Well, here. I'm going to find the thing. I'm going to focus. We can do this. So I want to show you guys. I've been experimenting and working on doing our own paint by number. And I was trying to go through, and you can see I had changed it to where we had all of these squiggly lines. which is really annoying to have to paint through, but I didn't know how to figure, like, I didn't know how to make the paint by number be to where you to represent blending. And then we got this one, and this is, if you can see, they just used a dotted line, which is way easier and more fun to paint because it gives you room, you know, artistically to do that kind of like blurring and stuff. And so the more I do other folks' paint by numbers, the more I'm learning about how to make our own. He's as handy as a pocket on a shirt, right? But I'm as pleased as pockets on a skirt. Do. Oh, that's clever. Walk in the Rain said next time you wrap your hand, place some gauze between your fingers. I think I'll do that because it's getting like a little in there. Sorry, it feels like a belly button. Hey Lara, love you and miss you both. On the one hand, thank you for not calling me for the medical advice, which I'm not qualified to give outside of wilderness context. But heal up quick. Right, I figured. I was like, well, if it's just a sprain or pulled something another, I'd probably just, you know, have to, you know, stay. It's like when I twist my ankle, it's like, well, stay off your foot, ice it, you know, etc. Oh, I don't even need that color. Well, I'm gonna use it anyways. Sabaya. And Lara, your ears must have been burning. We were talking about you this morning with the EMT stuff and wilderness. We had watched, like, I don't know, like a fail compilation or something, and I was like, I'm so glad I went into the woods with Lara instead of just me, because just in case I did get a boo-boo, it's nice having somebody around who's got an idea that I trust, and it's like, that's you. Boop, boop, boop.
What is that noise?
There, a big truck went by. Okay, so I'm actually going to move this around a bit. Oh, there's a FedEx truck in front of the house. Prepare yourselves, you guys. The dogs are gonna. Yep, there you go. Bork, bork goes the doggy out. I will not rinse my brush in my coffee today. No, it's my mantra. Oh, it's hard being a doggy. There we go. All right, now that we're all settled in, I'm glad to provide reassurance. Yes. And so now I'm going ham past where the recommended like lines and stuff were. Just vonning it up, as Randy would say. Oh, a popsicle stick. You know, that's clever too, to kind of splint it a bit. Oh, shoot. Amy, you made me spit coffee on my glasses. You made me laugh at the No Pants Friday. Oh. Oh? Do they just leave it on the sidewalk again?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Hey, honey.
Not even Christmas.
I got coffee all over my glasses. Can you give me another sunscreen cloth? I should pay you for babysitting me the way you do. Thank you, love.
I'd take it.
Oh. Yep. Nope. Same, haunted. Says I have rinsed my brush and my coffee and drank my paint water. It's horrible, by the way, right? That's why I've started keeping the paint water in one of these, like, not easy to drink out of buckets, because it at least keeps me from tipping back on the paint water. Excuse me. It does not, however, stop me from putting my paintbrush in my coffee. Does Pro know? He should. He's probably keeping busy. He's always got so much going on, you guys. He's a hard worker if ever there's been one.
Oh.
What's that? That's not more fruit, is it? It's a big old tire. Who the hell sent a tire? We bought that, didn't we?
You did buy this, and I'm thinking you might have measured it wrong.
It's for the wheelbarrow.
That's a big wheelbarrow.
It is. But, I mean, we'll figure it out. If anything, we could get 3 more and put it on the cart and make it look like one of those minivans that are listed. Okay, I want to do, did we do all that color? We did. So now I think that, nope, there's a little bit more. But this one has you mix your own paints as well. Hey, Esther. No, we're just having allergies. Can't get the dang old thing open. Hey, Randy. Can you open this? I'm sorry. I tried to use my teeth and it tastes bad. That one.
You need to mix your paint better.
You need to mix your.
Bob
Ross said something about
Bob said.
it makes it more interesting. Okay, oh, I'm not even in frame. Use the old tires and make a wishing well. Right on. Well, it's the tire on our wheelbarrow went flat like 2 years ago, so we figured it was time to get. We found for like a pretty good deal some of those never flat ones that are just solid like polyurethane rubber, and that seemed pretty cool. I'm gonna do those dark colors last, I think. Or should I do them first? We're gonna come in here on the chickadee. But I love that idea of a little tire wishing well. We might make a miniature wishing well out of little tires. But y'all, I have to tell you, I'm so glad that we didn't blow up when that gas line got cut through.
It's just a whole bunch of gas and sparks.
Yeah, and then the electrical went all weird as well, but I don't even think that was related. But the back side of the house isn't going to leak rain when it rains anymore, so that's a really good start. Hey Donnery said hello from Buffalo, and I hope you have a wonderful Easter. Well, thank you. Right back at you. Burnett says my subscription box arrived today. Beautiful, thank you. Right on. Tara says dark first, so if you do a smudge, you can go over the lighter colors and highlights. I think I like that.
See, I like to go the other way and go dark last.
Oh, really?
So that I can cover up all of the out of the line stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm surprised Randy hasn't had an aneurysm watching me paint, because I'll go through and, like, so how I'm doing the dark lines here first, I'll probably go back over and touch up on the dark, and then I touch up on the highlights as well. So I don't know if there's a proper way or anything, but if you're having fun and you're liking the results, then what's not to love? Tweet, tweedledee. Eee! Tara says, ooh, my booty box might be here. Tracking number stacked. Did you not get your tracking email? Oh, Valerie says, I missed something. Gas leak? We had a fella working on the back side of our house, because he had come by and was like, it looks like your house needs painted. He's looking for houses to paint, I suppose. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it does, but there's other work that we need done before we can get it painted. And he was like, well, maybe I can help you with that. And I was like, well, maybe you can. And so we showed him the backyard, and he was like, yeah, I can help you out with that. The back side of the house, and where all those grackles have been living for a few years, where every time it rains from the north, the kitchen ceiling leaks. So it's, no use in painting the house if you still got holes in the walls and like squirrels breaking in. So he was able to get quite a bit of that taken care of, but he had gotten a little excited, I suppose, and went off to doing the right side of the back house of the house as well, like low down. And I didn't know he was going to do that, so we hadn't talked to him about how there was a heater that was red tagged because there's no vent in that bathroom. Y'all, this house was built in 1905, so just bear with me. And before we knew it, I guess he had gone with the circular saw, just chopping stuff up, and cut right through the gas line, and the gas was still on, and so it was just. Fortunately, the house is real leaky, so everything was fine. But we've got it capped off. It's great. Like it's probably less leaky now than what it was before it got. And we patched up the hole in the wall where the heater was, so that's going to be nice because now we can move on with getting all those old tiles off the bathroom wall. And but it was quite stressful. Was all.
I didn't have to do it. So
Yeah, but we didn't have to do it, and with my hand being like how it is now, that was something that we were looking at, pulling off the boards and stuff, and so now I'm really glad that we didn't have to do it our own selves. So I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining. I'm grateful for the work he did. He had a real good price on it, but that was just stress is a hell of a thing. Yes, Valerie says I'm so happy you're both safe and it's better for you. Same. Aw, well, hey Nancy, thank you. Painting's a lot of fun, and I don't really notice just having the one hand um, in use for it. It's not too heavy, not too strenuous, and it's easy on this hand too because I'm not death gripping the brush too much. But yeah, so this is more AMA style Ask Me Anything Q&A. Because we're just chatting and painting today, y'all. What are y'all doing for Easter this weekend? I was going to try baking some sourdough bread. My friend gave me some sourdough starter. We named him Frank. And so we have a little bread baby. And I'm going to make some pumpkin sourdough bread tomorrow. Just using up what we've got in the pantry. But I've never had made sourdough, so I'm a little nervous. It's going to be really interesting trying to knead it. What was that little laugh, Randy?
you trying to do it with your hands.
Yeah, we could go wine style with it, and I could knead it with my feet. Now that's.
I thought you meant with a wine bottle.
No, I was saying that's sourdough.
Got a rolling pin.
We do have a rolling pin. Well, hey, Kat. Valerie says, hopefully seeing my kids. Yes. Oh. Gotcha, Stephanie. We get lonely on all the holidays because it's, like we'll get texts from the family of like pictures of all them together. Sabaya, feet bread. Don't yuck my yum. Why not? Let's see. And every time I find there's a little spot there. But yeah, we get super lonely just missing family on the holidays. So, and it has you mix your own paints too, which I think is just cool. Like it's fun. It's next level paint by number. So what was M? Let me see. That is colors 8 and 9 mixed together. Y'all, I love these paint pots because I can get them open real easy. Stephanie says, I won't be lonely, just hungry. That's rough. These paint pots are so much easier to get open, which I'm super into. See, there's that little spot. We'll go like that.
I don't know, maybe you can curate some of those Reese's items.
Oh, Liquid died after the surgery. How are you feeling, Stephanie? Like, did everything go well? I hope. But that's way too dark.
Yeah, Dang,
For Easter, I'll hide my eggs in the backyard in the snow. Oh my goodness. Do what, Randy?
Dang, James.
Right? We do have little big man, my big old white rabbit, running loose with the chickens right now just because
His name was Jamie.
Jamie Lannister, but I like calling him little big man because he loves it. I'll go, little big man, and he'll run up and try to get familiar with my foot. Yeah. Just like Jamie Lannister.
Yeah.
Tara said, is it nap time yet? I stayed up too late playing with wire again. Okay. Stephanie says, feeling pretty good. They only ended up doing half the procedure, but that's okay. Right on. Okay, let's see. So that's number 7. Let's go through and do all the 7s. What color is L? How many of y'all have done paint by numbers before?
Oh, I have.
Yeah? What do you like about paint by numbers, Randy?
They break down a complex task into easily achievable smaller bites that whenever you're all said and done, you look back at it and it's like, wow, I did that.
That's a really good way of putting it, and I agree entirely. Because it's so daunting to think about doing a whole painting, Like, to me at least. But getting to, well, I'm just going to do this one color. It feels like painting with training wheels on. It's still fun, though. Some of these paints are so transparent that I'm going to have to do like 4 or 5 layers just to cover up the number. Yes, Tara. Lots of good luck. How do I get the stupid emoji thing away? I don't know, Jean. She says, how do I get the stupid emoji thing away? Did you click it on your phone or? Like, because you know how on a phone you can click that thing and it'll pull the emojis up? I think there's like a little keyboard icon maybe.
Okay. On the computer?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you just click the little keyboard button. It's right where the little face was.
Can y'all hear Randy okay? Uh-oh. L's and 7s look exactly the same.
Especially if you're dyslexic.
Oh, am I... Ah! Congratulations on 6 months. Wow. That's something we gotta watch out for. 8s and B's look exactly the same to me as well. Like, I like a really heavy-bodied paint. Oops, poking the thing. So I'm gonna paint this little bird butt. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Not in a couple of decades, says Athena, in regards to doing a paint by number. Click the keyboard icon. Okay. So I'm just going to refresh. Oh, thank you, Brandy. I'm going to do a little bit more work. I'm trying to blend it out a bit more. But I also wanted to get these birds. Before we start really vonning it up, we're going to, as Randy calls it, because I want to put some like fluorescent hot pink onto the flowers and like maybe a color shifty mother of pearl over them. Oh, that'd look really pretty, like as a wash. Or using some of my heavy bodied titanium white to add some highlights to the petals and really make it pop. But before I do that, I want to get all the color down. Show me what that birdie do. Boo, 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 boo. Tweet, tweet. Boo, 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 boo.
Good deal.
What's up, baby?
I refreshed it and it's gone.
Awesome.
Well, there's some loud birds.
I'm digging it. I think they have an egg now because Mrs. Housefinch is sitting in the nest more and more. Oh, see, there you go, wandering.
This one you found at Michael's.
Yeah, this one is at Michael's on clearance.
Or at least it was a few months ago.
Yeah. But this one, some of the paint by numbers we get on Amazon. Some of them we get from like masterpiecebynumbers.com has really nice paint by number selections, and those ones they actually are licensed by the artists. Some of the ones on Amazon and from like paintbynumbers.com and stuff, I don't know if the artists, the original artists, ever see any little bit of that. So, um, trying to stick to stuff that I can feel at least a little confident that the original artist got a cut of my purchase. Can't see any more sevens, so I'm going to fill in a little bit more. But I like it because I feel like I have gotten better at just controlling a paintbrush. And so I really like doing the paint by number because it is kind of practice. It's like I think of back in primary school whenever it's like you're drawing the letters for the alphabet, but it's over a dotted line of an A. I feel like paint by numbers are that for learning how to paint, which I totally dig. He got a little bit of paint for his foot. A Botticelli paint by number? Oh, that'd be so cool. Tara says, my college advisor keeps telling me to go back to painting if I want to make more money. I said, no. Do you not like painting, Tara? And Jean says, have you practiced the Donna Dewberry painting yet? A little. I've practiced doing some strokes, but I haven't like started the 30 day of 30. I'm really learning it's very, very important what kind of paint you're using because the multi-surface paint really does, it's a heavier bodied paint than like a lot of what else I have. So it's like going through with these like watery paints and not getting very good results doing the one stroke stuff. So are there no sevens on this little guy? Hmm. Well, I just loaded the brush up, so I guess I'll go back over what we had done already. But so I definitely think I'm gonna have to get some fresh paints in some of the colors, which will be all right. Because I like the all-purpose paints or like the folk art metallic. It's just a little too watery, and the enamels are just a little too watery to get good results for what I'm looking for with the Donna Dewberry stuff. So, hooray! Oh, there's another seven. I get to go paint shopping, which makes me very happy. I love paint shopping. Okay, time to rinse the brush. You need full cart paint and you should get a clear practice sheet. We've got lots of, I was just using page protectors. These are chickadees, I do believe. I think. I don't know, we haven't painted them yet, but I'm pretty sure they're chickadees because they're going to have that black cap. Okay, I actually need to let this dry before I drag my arm through it. We went out, it wasn't last night, but it was the night before. We went out and had a little bit of a burn and do what, babe? Yeah, we burnt a few logs, some of the scrap wood that peeled off the house and the repairs. You should put the brushes and some stuff on your wish list. Well, I had the Donna Dewberry stuff on my wish list, and then one of y'all sent, I think it was, I keep thinking Kit or Cat. I'm so bad at names. I saved the note this time. It's in the Donna Dewberry stuff, but she sent me a whole stack of her books, so I have everything. I think I could like everything that was on my Amazon list and more had already been sent to me so generously. So thank you so much for that. And I'm so sorry I'm bad with names. Like I never mean that to be disrespectful, but here I am. like, but yeah, we went and we burnt some stuff in the backyard and ate chicken thighs and just I don't know, sat around just chit chatting, and it was really nice. The dogs are so much fun too. Mm. Oh, we've got so many brushes here in the house. I'm trying to be like scrappy and resourceful and not just buying up a mess of stuff, even though shopping is a lot of fun. Hey Water, how are you doing? Delphi Glass sells paints for use on glass. I wonder how well those would work with that method. Can you imagine how cool that would look if we did a paint by number, but like on glass? Randy, I had an idea just now. What if we use paint by numbers on glass?
That's how you get to this wish list.
Huh.
This wish list is associated with the Nightbot Amazon command.
Okay. So that's how we get there? That's the link?
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Brooks is buying craft supplies is really fun. It really is. Eating chicken in front of the Spice Girls. Well, they had gone to bed. They'd gone to bed. Like, we're not mean. They'd have been like, we want some of that. I did give them some. We'd made scrambled eggs that morning, and we didn't eat it all. And so I gave them scrambled recycling. My golden doodle goes too close to the fire. He would light up like a pile of furry matches. Dude, Z almost baked his butthole. Like, he was taking too long turning around. And Randy and I both were like, bruh, because, like, it was, like, so close to the fire. But he was fine. And so I kind of, like, patted the back of his thighs to make sure he wasn't, like, scorched or something. And some of his fur was a little crinkled. And I was like, Z, you gotta not do that. He's always had really good manners around the fire. But, I mean, it was chilly. Dang. Bye, Susan. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out, and keep up the fantastic work on your lecture forming. Like, you're making beautiful art, so just keep it up. Ooh, Brooke was singing, I was thinking one stroke flowers on glass, sort of like a cameo. That would be so cool. That's definitely going to be worth experimenting with. Hey, Mary Hart, how's it going? Just started chainmail, and it is such fun. It really is. What kind are you working on? Lara says it's basically how people did stained glass before they used colored glass and metal. Just paint a whole big pane of glass. I love stained glass. It's a lot of work though, and I'm very bad at it. So maybe doing painting on glass would be. Tara says, "Ew, on cannibalism." Nah, it's fine. They're dinosaurs. They're the OG cannibals. Kelly says, I just received 30 strands of beads in the mail today. What'd you get? Oh, beads are so much fun. Witch and Gnome says, we have a friend that does draw on glass with permanent marker. That's neat. The brushes she uses are good brushes and last a long time, but you but you can buy plaid much cheaper. Right on. And that's all the stuff that got sent to us was, I think, before she had her Donna Dewberry brush set through plaid. So it'll just say number 8 flat or 1 inch flat brush, or so I'm like, nice, because that way I can go through and pick through what we've already got and kind of. Right on, Susan. She said, thank you. I'll send you the updated picture. I'd love to see that. Think chickens are omnivores like goats. They are. No, chickens are straight up omnivores. Like, they need a high level of protein in their diet. So if you're not like providing that with like grain or soy, which I'm like, why do that when I have a yard full of bugs? So they go through and yeah, they seek out protein like voraciously. But then you have to use paint for glass. Oh no, buying more paint. Mary Hart says, "What did you do with your finger, Vaughn?" I partied too hard. No, I don't know. Use your imagination. I don't. It was sore from playing the guitar.
Keep your finger out of your nose.
I can't. I picked my nose too hard. You know? I picked Randy's nose too hard.
I bit you.
He bit me. He didn't bite me. It was sore from playing the guitar. I lifted a bunch of logs and rocks and crap and then was squeezing clay and it popped. So I've just got it wrapped to keep from hurting it further while it is still tendered. Penny, I can't read that comment out loud. I've got a career here on YouTube. I can't do that. Lisa says, hi, I'm new here. I love all the crafty things you make. I've learned so much watching your tutorials. Well, hey, Lisa. I'm glad that we can be helpful to you. Reread it, said Jean. My paint's dry. I'm turning the camera around. Here we go. Everybody get ready to be seasick. Oh, I didn't click the button. Kelly says, I got pink opal, labradorite, hematite cube, sunstone, garnet, lapis lazuli, tiger eye, clear quartz, white jade, citrine, prehnite, and lepidolite. Man, prehnite's beautiful. I keep getting that I always confuse prehnite and piercite. Like every time. Okay, so now we're coming through and using number 8, which is really close to it. It's not a solid black, but it's pretty close. Like, what is that? Maybe a Payne's gray or something. What up, baby?
Penny's coming.
Right. I know Penny, but
no, her new one.
Yeah, I just saw that and I'm like, I don't know what else to. Cannot even. Lepidolite. Oh, that stuff's beautiful.
I am.
Yeah, sweet potato. Wow, $100 for 30 strands. That's a good deal. That was my chair, I promise.
Later, Mary.
Bye, Mary. Thanks so much for hanging out. Too much things to catch up on, right? That was another thing is Randy and I spent all day Wednesday. Well, we do our weekly reset, but we haven't like Fly Lady style of the house. So like all the bedding, all the everything, couch covers and stuff, vacuuming. Freaking. We live in basically a 3-story house because Randy and I sleep in the attic. And so one of the luxury purchases that he got me for Christmas was a new vacuum. That way I could still have, because we normally wait for the vacuum to just die to death, and then we go and we'll buy a replacement, and then we're still just one vacuum. But I was like, ooh, be fancy now. I've got two vacuums. I got an upstairs vacuum and a downstairs vacuum, because it's, just one more thing to have to do, lugging the vacuum up and down the stairs, on top of already being tired from moving all the furniture and cleaning and stuff. So it was really nice having, two vacuums. But the new one, like out of nowhere, completely lost suction, and it's not the filters, and it's not the like there's no blockages or anything. So, like, I'm going through scouring the expanse of YouTube trying to figure out what in the heck went wrong with my vacuum. But so then we just turned to lugging the vacuum up and downstairs again, so that didn't help my hand. And it's just, but the house got clean, and it needed it. It had been a minute since, like, I hadn't really cleaned since, I'd vacuum and stuff, but hadn't like deep cleaned everything all at once since the rearrange in January. So it was time. Yep, the weekly defer. Y'all get me. Finding the benefits of not choking up on the so high up on the neck of the brush, like being able to control and do a long controlled, but then I don't know. I always see people hold their paintbrushes like way far back, and I never understood, but I'm up here holding it like this, and it really does give you a broader range of motion, it seems. I'd love to go and take some painting classes. I found a place here in town that hosts different, like, artsy fartsy things that look like a lot of fun. But it's in my fantasy of getting to go out and do stuff like that. We've got a little bit more free time. That's okay. So the first step into our bead store arrived this past week, and will be coming up into our Monday shop update. Oh, goodness. Hey, Erica. Yeah, I bet Costco on an Easter weekend. Were there any knife fights? Hey, Kim. So where do you get your lobster claw clasps? Are they stainless? Currently, I'm getting them from Fire Mountain, but I am looking for like a wholesale place where I may be able to get them in bulk. So I don't know where to recommend to get clasps from currently, because like all at once, the chain that we like to use, the ear hooks we like to use, and the lobster claw clasps we like to use are basically like unavailable. They have not been restocked for a good while, which has translated into I've run out of my back stock of it, and now I'm like desperately searching for replacements, but don't want to buy anything in bulk because I don't quite trust it because I haven't used it. So we're figuring it out. Oh no, I got some. I'll have to go over. I messed up and got like some paint splatters, I guess. Mary Hart says, Bond, my dog spawns at least 2 more dogs on a weekly basis from blowing her coat. She has an undercoat or 2. Oh, goodness. Stephanie says, there's so many weird supply chain issues going on still. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we do. We can totally, like, the windows pop just right out, and then the way that the ceiling is. So even sleeping in the attic on the 3rd floor, uh, even with, we're not like parkour acrobats or anything, but there are ways for us to climb down quite easily from the attic just down the front of the house. Like, there's nothing more than like a 7-foot drop. From one layer of the house to the next to the next. So no, it's something Dad trained us up pretty good when we were kids, that I don't remember ever not knowing what the fire plan was. Like, he had a very specific route that was like, you meet us here. Because all of us kids slept upstairs. But it was just fortunately we never had to put it, into effect. But he's like, you get to the mailbox and you stay there. If nobody else comes out, you do not go in. He told me you go to the mailbox and you stay there. And so Randy and I agreed that if there's a house fire,
Well, it's a little harder now that tree's not there.
yeah, we were going to go to the tree across the street, but no, what is it? We just meet by the front gate.
Yeah.
But it's scary stuff, but it's good to have a plan. I'd always rather have a plan and never use it than need a plan and be empty-handed. If there's a fire, don't you grab the marshmallows? I mean, maybe.
Probably not, considering that's probably where the fire is.
Jean says, can you get outside from upstairs? Yes. From without leaving the attic, I can get outside and get down to ground level and out of the house. So we're gonna zoom this out. No, we're not. We're gonna come over this way.
I'm amazed it's not focusing in on the tip of the paintbrush.
Well, don't jinx it, baby.
Well, I mean, it's focusing in on your hand.
Oh, and not the painting?
Yeah.
Bah. There we go. Maybe that'll help. So I guess that's all going to be white. That's going to be white. With his little feetsies. Okay, we'll paint his head now. And just listening, I can hear, I think that's the cardinal outside just hollering. Also, just to remind anybody who might have just wandered in, we are having an AMA Ask Me Anything Q&A session. So if y'all have any questions about stuff or anything or any topics you want to chit chat about, we try to keep it crafty or gardening, but beyond that, we do, just chit chatting today since I'm not really able to do too much with my hands. That's rough, Jean. That's super cool. I'm just sitting here thinking about painted glass, like instead of it being the stained glass with the, with the lead came and all that stuff.
Oh, there's spring break this week?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Well, it's Easter weekend. So they certainly probably get at least a long weekend, right?
That might explain the text message I got from Maddie yesterday.
Oh. Yeah, because I remember you were like, shouldn't you be in school? Okay. And I love it when paint by numbers come with this because, like, I didn't know. I'd stopped there and I didn't know if there was still a line or if it was in its letter. It's number 1, so that's good. Hey, Angie. Oh, I'm doing real well. How have you been doing? I want nothing more than to wire wrap or sculpt right now, you guys. Like, I'm happy to be painting, but uh-oh, that was supposed to be number 1. Okay. Well, that's all right. Hey, Randy. Could you help me to remember that I needed to do that little spot by the beak in white instead of black?
I'll try.
Thank you. You can kind of see his little face coming together.
Tis an untrustworthy face.
No. He's a good...
Sudden yet inevitable betrayal. Are you bleeding into the 5?
I did drag it out just a little bit more to add more distinction to the feathers, because I kind of made it a bit muddier, but no, I'm not going to drag down too much into the 5. Thanks for keeping an eye on it, though. I love that. That was definitely a little chickadee. Are you having a rough hand day? I am, Angie. I got my finger wrapped, and it's just, this hand, I'm still, it hurts. Like, you can kind of see how that vein's popping out more than usual. Like, it's just, my knuckles are just inflamed from, I'm pretty sure it was the logs and the stepping stones that really, are causing me problems. Man, I got more pain. Dang it. I don't know if I'm just dragging my sleeve through it or what, but well, we'll figure it out. You know, and it bums me out because every year they...
It's a Hoover.
A Hoover. Every year they come out with a different version of the same model, and they change, like, something on it. So, like, one time when we bought a replacement of what looked like the same model, the cord was about 10 feet shorter. So, like, which is fine, like, but now suddenly I can't use my regular plugs, and it throws a wrench in the whole system. And when it comes to vacuuming my house, like, I love a vacuumed house, hate vacuuming it. So it's like anything that's an obstacle in the way, I'm like, that's just one more thing for me to have to, like, pep talk myself through to make me clean my dang old house. Yeah, it's just one more step of friction in between me and my house being clean. And then I get to fill it in. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a break and let that dry so that I'm not dragging my arm. I'm like covered in, dang it. Is the Nightbot Randy, says Angie. Randy programmed the Nightbot, but the Nightbot is actually a robot. Jean, please don't tell me what to do. Randy goes through and he sets up the Nightbot to say, like, for the commands and stuff, and that way, like, if there's, like, it'll say stuff like our email address or, I don't know, what are the different things that are on the Nightbot, baby? Also, can I have some of those, like, what, ibuprofen?
Yeah.
This is... I'm sorry, y'all. It's hurting a lot today. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my water.
Let's see.
Sorry, I usually try to power through without taking any like aspirin or ibuprofen or anything, but oh.
Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah, like the Amazon link, just the stuff that way, since I'm not able to really type here on the tablet, it'll bring up the different stuff. But we've had some folks who were like had full on conversations with Nightbot, and then I was like, I'm sorry, that's just a robot. But I had a full on argument with the Alexa thing that's in our kitchen yesterday. What do you think, Randy? Bok bok.
That looks good.
Sorry, I had to check in for Randy validation. Oh, and the wrapping's all covered in tape. I don't know how y'all do this. For those of y'all who've gone in and been like told me about how you're in bed waiting to like for healing and stuff. Like Tara, I'm thinking of you hard right now. Because it's like not being able to use your arm. Yeah, Catherine says you might want to look into getting a splitter brace on it. I figure if it's still hurting me, like how it is by Monday, then yeah, I'm gonna go in and get it looked at. But I'm gonna see if I can't just kind of, I don't know, hope that it gets better without having to go to a doctor. Savannah says I fight with Siri all the time. What?
Frank Oz used to have arguments with the Miss Piggy puppet.
Do what? Was that a comment that I missed, or?
It's Lisa Davis.
Oh, right on. Hoover should have a warranty on that. When I lived 2 and 3 floors, it is really nice to have 2 vacuum cleaners. Right, Don? Have you been soaking it in salt? Not as much.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's not as much as I should. Like, I soak it before bed, but I have. Brenda, do you want to see the seedlings? Well, yeah, I'm not even going to take the camera out of the tripod. Let's go see the seedlings. Chris says, I love my Alexa, but she keeps trying to be friendly. Really? I don't think I'm ready to be friends with her yet. Right? Oh, so this is where we usually put the seedlings. Ooh, the arnica cream. That would be nice. And something rigid, then wrap it. Always have padding between the skin and your hand or the rigid splint. Laura, I think that's really good advice. Thank you. But it's got me so ornery. But because it's like I want to be digging in my dirt. I want to be, doing my stuff. I want to be crafting. Like I'm just can't open a dang old door. Like, come on, Millie, let's go poop in the yard. Z-Dog, you want to poop in the yard? And it is a beautiful day. We can spy on the neighbors. Oh, there's another cottage. So I don't know if y'all can see, but right there is where the house finches have moved in. Well, yeah. Well, I feel bad. Like, y'all caught me at my absolute orneriest I think I've ever been. But we've got, I'm just setting the tripod down. We've got our balloon flowers are just starting to come up. But it's like I couldn't even drag the hose. Could not even drag the hose to water my seedlings. And I'm just like, oh, this isn't, I need to figure out how to be okay with this. But we've got our celosia. This is a Chinese wool variety, so it looks like a big shaggy like barbecue mop. And then we've got another celosia, and then a mixed celosia, the black-eyed Susan vine, which, oh, that's just starting to come up. And then calendula, which I'm so tickled about. And then another calendula, and then our purple basil. Some bachelor's button. There's that balloon flower. We got one little sprout. And then our basil, our parsley. Parsley always takes a real long time to germinate. And then let's see. What you doing, Z? Witch and Gnome says, so excited. Temps are moving to the 70s this week. Oh, really? Anne says, I love how y'all seem to have front verandas over there. Not such a thing in UK, sadly. Man, I don't know what we'd do if we didn't have this big zoomed in front porch. But a butterfly. I don't know if you can see it. It just landed in the dirt right there. I know we saw the first monarch the other day too. But this porch is just an extra room onto the house the way that we use it, because we do our I can take y'all around. The traffic's a little loud, but when it's at night, it's almost like being out in the country. But it keeps the sun off the house, so it keeps the inside of the house a lot cooler too. So we've got our spinaches and spinach and what is this? Amaranth, yeah. And then, y'all, I finally planted some asparagus, and it's growing, but I'm going to have to keep it in the pots, I think, until the fall. But just because the root structure needs to build up, I guess. So I'm going to be nursing these guys all year. Lisa says, ever since, I don't know why, I've been listening to Gordon Lightfoot's The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald a lot. Right on, I haven't heard of that. Hey, Heather says, hey, Vaughn, I just got my shop update giveaway prize today. Even more beautiful in person. Thank you so much. Right on. It's like the Waltons. Okay. Oh my gosh. Chris says it was 86 here yesterday. Today it's 52. Right? And we'd always, this is some of the things that we were like, well, we'll put that off, for our forever home. And it's like, and then this month actually is our 10-year anniversary of living in Missouri instead of Tennessee. So you've got our tomatoes. This is all I'm doing for tomatoes this year. I might do some might get some transplants from the feed store. I always, plant and be like, oh, maybe. Because, of all of our peppers, only those three is what came up because all of our seeds were from 2017. And then, let's see, we've got our flowering kale. It's just loud up here. Yep. Sorry for loud noises, y'all. But we've got some Swiss chard, which is the rainbow one. It's so pretty. But yeah, over here on the side, what happened here? Oh, the little solar light fell down. There we go. But yeah, we've got, this is where we do all of our molds and things. So I'm going to have y'all peek for me. I'm going to lift this. Give me a sec. Let me get my hand right. I'm going to lift this up and y'all let me know if you see any babies or something. Could you see? I don't know if I got the angle right. So I don't want to bother them, but I also can't help myself. Okay, we done peeked. We peeked. Let's get back inside so I can leave these birds alone. Come on, doggies. Being outside was just what I needed, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna set that here. And it looks like we have another package on the porch. Come on, baby. Okay. Come on. Come on, baby. So that was another thing that strained my hand, was we were moving our seedlings in and out every morning and night. And it's like, y'all, I wasn't asking Randy to help me with stuff because I didn't want to bother him. But he has been such a trooper that now that, especially with my hand taped, it brings my awareness to it. Can you take this package for me, please?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. I don't know, probably rocks. Ooh, really? That's odd.
I didn't buy it.
Okay. But it's, he's been such a trooper, you guys. Because I feel like I ask for the dumbest stuff. It's like, you hold my coffee. I don't know, but he's been such a trooper. I feel real lucky. There was one egg! Oh my god, okay. Do what?
Okay.
Is everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, Z, are you okay? That's rough, buddy.
He
just gave me side eye.
She called me in before I could.
Yeah, well, you did clean out the chili bowl this morning, didn't you? Okay, let's see. You have at least one egg in there. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh my gosh, Sonic Egberts. Okay. Yeah, one of those hair dryer motorcycles. She's back on the nest, boys. Yeah, I took my dreads out and everything. I can't do my hair with my hand messed up. Like I can't hardly anything, y'all. Like Randy even helped me wash my hair. Like in the this is I'm so like frustrated by yeah, so getting Epsom salts. It's just it'll get better. I just have to be patient. I'm not patient, like at all. But that's okay. Me?
No.
No. Yeah. Thank you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
He's making eyes at me, and he does this like with his eyebrows where they're like waggle, waggle, waggle. This man takes such good care of me. Lisa says I just added peas to my soup, so we're gonna flip this around again. Y'all like this angle, or do you prefer? You want close up or zoomed out? How do y'all want to? Oh, we'll do. Boop. We'll flip this around again. Ooh, that just sounds nice. Oils like mince, menthol, and eucalyptus. Okay, now I am going to patch up these spots where we kind of goobered. Lidocaine equals my reason for living. I like it. It tingles good. It hurts in the eyeballs, but other than that, it's pretty good stuff.
Really burns the back of the throat.
Brandy says it really burns the back. Why are you eating it?
It smells good.
It smells good. Now, I'm going to let you guys know we will be having a live chat today, or not a live chat, an after party today from 5 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're going to be here for about 20 more minutes. And I don't know, I might read you all a book or something. Like, we'll see how the day goes. But I'm just going to come in and try to cover up any little blotchy spots. But I feel like I'm just making things worse. But it's going to take a little bit of building up to blend this in.
What?
What up, Randy?
I would never do that.
What'd you do? Because you sound very suspicious when you say it like that. It makes it sound like that's totally something you would do. What'd you do?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do?
I'm not saying.
He ate Vicks Vapor Rub? Probably. I mean, it smells like really good chewing gum, so. Well, thanks, Jane. She says you're a cool cover-upper. I'm just trying to make it up as we go. I feel like not quite a caged animal fixing to chew my arm off. But getting there. Because this is, how many days have I had the wrap on, honey?
It's like 3.
This is day 3, you guys. And I'm snarling. And I'm fixing to chew my dang old leg off. So
I don't know why. I mean, it's your hand that's the issue.
Well, but just like I feel like I'm pacing the cage, just ready for it to feel better. So I'm just gonna take some deep breaths and chew my leg off. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Tracy says I broke my arm my dominant arm in 3 places last March, and I couldn't use it for almost a year. I'm finally starting to get strength in it now, so I know how you're feeling. Tracy, oh my god, how did you get through that? Like, if you have any wisdom to pass on, that'd be amazing. Because I always thought, oh, I'll be able to find things to keep myself occupied. And I certainly do. But it's just the constant frustration of like, can't open a doorknob with that hand, can't do this. Like, it's getting in the way of me doing 4 or 5 different things at once. And that's making me bananas. Have you ever used Shriva paint sticks? I have not. What's a Shriva paint stick?
Sabaya's like, bananas.
But
I was bananas.
I was bananas once. Like, and since it's associated with gripping, I can't even like play video games or cards or do it, babe.
They put me in a great big electroformer. Drove me crazy. Or drove me bananas.
Okay. Erica says, I had pain in my hand. Doctor had me wrap the wrist too. Finally helped. I tried wrapping it too. Okay. Hey Uriah, says I'm new here. Well, welcome to the channel. This is my first time catching you live though. I gotta say, I freaking love you. I've been watching your tutorials and you're just the best all around. I feel like we're already friends. Right on. Well, thank you so much for... I am glad that you like what we do. Like, I'm feeling like the grouchiest I've ever been in my whole life today. So, please pardon me if I'm not my usual self, but I am what I am.
I'm not gonna lie, Penny. We have a bidet.
We do. We have a bidet. Randy fractured both of his wrists, and I'm gonna... Probably shouldn't tell this story. Never mind.
You can save it for the after party.
I'll save it for the after party. But we've got a bidet, so that's covered at least. Because apparently, anyways.
Not a horse.
Do what?
I'm not a horse.
I didn't realize Randy was a delicate wilting violet. Whenever it comes to, and I wasn't aware that I was like scouring. And anyways, so yeah, we're good on that front. So now I'm just adding in layers and kind of blending them out between each other. Michelle says, welcome to the club. Because probably the biggest challenge about these paint by numbers is covering up all of the printed lines and numbers that still show through. Your eyes just laughing. Oh, and I just read Penny's comment too. And now I don't know where I put paint down, so I'm going to keep beefing that up. I kind of want to add little dots because our neighbor up the way has a magnolia tree that is one of the spring blooming, like it's a deciduous magnolia. And so, gosh, it's beautiful. And then our other neighbor has an evergreen magnolia that blooms much later in the summer. But gosh, the painting this, I'd started it in the winter and then we drove by the neighbor's house and I was like going through and was like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And so we like drove by real slow so I could look at their flowering tree. Hey Rachel, welcome to the channel. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I think in the after party, it is likely we will be loading the kiln. I think I'm going to set Randy on chunking some glass for me. And then I'll stack it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think we can do that?
I mean, if you want me to chunk, I can chunk.
Well, it's going to be dichro because we're chronically low on that. But okay. If we need it, I don't know if we need anything chunked, but we'll see. Wow. We'll discuss it in the break.
Yeah.
And figure something out. But it's like, I'm just frothing at the mouth feeling like I need to be productive. And Randy's like, just relax, have like a chill day. And I'm like, So, ooh. Yeah, don't tell me to relax. But it is wise advice. He handles getting snarled at real well. You've been making marshmallows? Like from scratch? What? Walk in the Rain says, do you have or can you recommend a tutorial for wire wrapping an arrowhead? Depending on the style of arrowhead, like if it's the kind with a notch or anything that like with shoulders on it, as opposed to something that's just oblate, the shark tooth wire wraps work really beautifully on arrowheads as well. And I've got one video that has 2 different styles of wraps in it, but then it also makes me think that Oksana Crafts marquee wrap tutorial, I bet that would look beautiful on an arrowhead as well. So a lot of it depends on the shape of the arrowhead itself and whether or not it has those notches for binding onto, because is it a there's terms for it and I can't remember any of them, but is it like a replica piece that was made modernly, or is it something that, is like an artifact that you found? Kind of, that sounds very serious, like the word artifact. Ooh, Melanie says, any tips on IDing a stone if I forget what I got from someone? A tip that I would give is to use like the Google Lens to take a picture of it and see if it can photo match to other photos on the internet of similar looking stones. And then at least from there, it'll give you kind of like an idea of what to Google. Because it's like if it has bands in it, you can also, honestly, you can send it to us in an email and I'll see if I can help you out. And then but it's, I don't know, it might help you narrow it down from there though, doing a Google Lens. Rachel says, yes, coated molds of chocolate filled with homemade marshmallows and stuffed in a cookie or Reese's mini peanut butter cup and covered with ganache. Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing, Rachel. You guys said, oh, I'm tender to hear that. I can totally relate that energy today. Right on. What? Michelle says, I actually have an app for identifying stones. I'm not sure what the name of it is. Sorry. Right on. Thank you. Yes, with the notches, they were found. Right on. Yeah. Yeah, anything that's found, I try to never use any adhesives or anything. That way, it's still maintaining the integrity of the artifact. But anything that I find like that's like historic, I try to just kind of keep, I don't know, probably just locked away in like a collection box so it's safe because I'm so scared of breaking them.
Yeah.
Do you mean all that, Millie? Okay, I got a little bit of green that we need to touch up there for the cover up. And
somebody woke up from the nap and now they've got energy.
Yeah, that sounds like a Millie dog.
She does the whole, come on, fight me, and then rolls on her back and just like kicks in the air.
Yeah, Millie straight up, she really will. She'll run over to Z and be like, fight me, you coward! And then he'll start wrestling with her and she'll jump, like she'll just slam down on her back and roll around and just kick. She's so feisty. Rock identifier on Google, free for a week. Right on. If you look them up, there's a couple on there, rock identifiers. You can just take a picture of it or scan a rock and it'll show you what it is. Oh, that is so cool. For the heart. Millie is a goober. I love her though. She's such a sweetie. There we are. Ooh, and it's gotten to where like, okay, so I'm not using this part or trying not to. So now other parts of my hand are cramping and it's, this is bull crap. If this is getting old, WTF. Like, I'd like to file a formal complaint. Randy, what are you doing? Don't fling that at me. Is that the one with the thumb brace?
You want this one?
No.
You can do it like that.
I need the one that immobilizes.
It immobilizes your thumb pretty good.
No, I've worn that way. Remember the one that has the brace from whenever my little grabbies were broke? No. I'll wear it during the break. Esther says, listen to your body. Jean says, are you sending us an email for the after party? You need to rest a few minutes. Yes, we will be sending an email out. So be sure to keep an eye on that. You can expect the email at around 5 p.m. like Central Standard Time. Sorry, I gotta reach my palette knife. Maybe a sling for a day or two would be beneficial. I know what y'all are telling me is sound advice, but I'm like, if I have to wear one more stinking thing, I really am gonna start snarling and snapping. Randy may have to just like give me a bunch of Benadryl and I'll just sleep for the next 3 days until my hand feels better. Okay, what am I? L. Let's see what the mix is for L. Voltaren gel works pretty good on my arthritis pain. Right on. It's 4:54 here now. Well, it's 3:54 here. So, or 3:55. So we'll hang out for about 5 more minutes. And then that way if you have any questions or anything, I can help you out.
Last minute questions.
Last minute questions. L is 6 plus 7. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Wait, no. Yes. But yeah, I think I'm going to rewrap it because it feels like a sweaty belly button in there. I'm not going to lie, you guys. Woo! Hey, Dee Dee. How's it going? Sorry for you to walk in on that. I'm not going to mix paint over the painting.
I'm going to show you a little trick. Take your mind off it.
Oh, Randy, I love you so much, baby. He keeps me laughing, and that's been relieving my stress more than anything, is just Randy being good-natured and hanging out with me. Like, I don't know what I'd do without him, y'all. Chew my leg off, probably, but like, he made lunch. Not a swelly belly button. It is, Sabaya. It's just the worst. Okay, 6 and 7. So that's going to have a nice little bit of gray to it.
I'm just trying to pet her. And it's like, you know what I find that relieves anxiety and stress?
Oh, babe, that's hilarious. But it's the feller with the chihuahua?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think that could use a little bit more. Jean. Pro, hey, I was wondering if we'd see you today. How's it going? Wow. Kathy says it honestly did wonders. I never thought it could hurt that bad, but Voltaren nearly made it disappear. Right on. That's awesome. So they were okay, I guess. Aw. Well, you've just caught us as we're fixing to log, but we will be back for the after party. I'm just getting some paint mixed. I think actually in the after party... No, I shouldn't. I want to sculpt on that mermaid, but yeah, I know. DD says, I'm working on beading embroidery. Ooh, I'm bezeling cabochons with peyote stitch. I can't wait to see it put together. Me neither. That sounds cool. Sorry, baby boy. That does sound lovely. I'm with Chris on this one. I thought it's going to be amazing. Hey, Simone. Oh, no. Simone says we got food poisoning this week from a bad rotisserie chicken. Still getting over it. Oh, my God. That, like, are y'all good? Because that can literally take it out of you. Bye, Lisa.
It was also the best Valentine's Day we ever had.
That was, oh, you know, we it was super romantic one time when I gave us food poisoning from some expired kielbasa. So, you know, that's why I ask. It's like, was this some good food poisoning or some bad food poisoning? Because sometimes it's just terrible. But, right on, Uriah. Some hair and pants. Those are super comfy. But, man, we still lived in Tennessee, so this was over 10 years ago. And we were still in the thick of it, just trying to get our business off the ground. And like, it was Valentine's Day, so I wanted to make like a nice breakfast. So we were having ramen and some eggs. And this was the budget we were working with, that like ramen for breakfast was kind of fancy. And then I had found in the back of the fridge, I was like, kielbasa, like a Polska kielbasa, like sausage. And I was like, I'll just cook it real good.
Well, I mean, when you can't remember when you bought it, it's probably not good to eat anymore.
It smelled okay, but we were so sick. So we laid on the couch, like pretend like this is a couch. And I laid with my head here, and Randy laid with his head here. So like our feet were snuggling, but we each had a trash can to barf into. But we just laid on the couch and watched Venture Brothers, like season 1, like the entire thing, binged it all day, just snuggling and barfing, and like it was horrible. But we got to spend the whole day together, and it was so nice. We really have a problem, don't we, babe?
What do you mean?
Well, okay, if you don't see it, I don't see it.
I tell you what my problem is.
That dog keeps biting your hands.
The dog keeps biting me.
And says you two are super durable. Thank goodness. 17 years with my hubby, been there. Yeah, we just had our 18-year anniversary of dating this past February. And then we're still in our first year of being married. You know she does that because you antagonize her.
I'm trying to pet her. Put your tooth away.
I can't even play with my dog. It hurts my hands to play with her.
When I take my hand away.
Yeah, like with doing tug with the toys and stuff, like. She just bites Z's foot. She's a menace to society. There's Z's toasty butthole. Hey Rachel. Right on, Jean. Part dog, part snapping turtle. Yeah. Okay, guys. All those years we spent eating Pro's mom's cooking, you think we would have been better prepared? Oh no, that's shots fired at his mom's cooking. No puking, just colon cleansing. Lost 10 pounds. Ugh. That's not food poisoning. I think rich folks, don't they call that a detox? Like, y'all just had a rotisserie detox was all. Cleanses the system.
It cleanses the glands.
Cleanses the glands. No. Kathy says, when can I order my Not a Cult t-shirt? I guess we're going to have to talk to our friends of World of Strange and see when they have some custom work open, and we'll probably take pre-orders. So yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and do that. When I was living in Mexico, says Penny Van, almost died from food poisoning. Not kidding. If not for 5 mil impersonators rushing me to the hospital. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
There's a cheap cleansing. The rich pay hundreds and thousands. It's like just eat. Don't go to somewhere like some spa for a fancy detox or drink that like jug of juice that's supposed to make you lose 20 pounds in a week or something. Just eat some gas station sushi. It is the same thing. Sequin gowns and heels. That's amazing, Penny. Alrighty, do y'all have any questions before we go and take a bit of a break before the after party? Right, Sabea? But yeah, I'm taking. Do y'all want to see? No, I'm not going to say that. Something about a wet belly button. It's so good. Yeah, I'm going to put padding on it next. Oh, my thumbs. Randy says pro pool. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some lidocaine. I'm going to ice it during the break. We're going to. Oh, hey, Art Girl. Well, we're going to be back. Pro, you know how like last week my hand was like cramping and hurting me a bit from, I thought, just playing the guitar, and I do think that is what initiated the inflammation. Well, then we loaded a trailer with logs and then unloaded a trailer with logs, and then we moved about 30 stepping stones. And then cleaned like the whole house, and then I was squeezing some polymer clay, and it popped, and it's just been hurting. So I've been keeping it wrapped and stuff, but I'm just like, I don't know how you do it, Tara. I don't know how any of y'all do it, not being able to bed rest and stuff. Ice heat, ice heat, ice heat, ice. Okay, all right, pro. Baby shark.
No, ice, baby.
Epsom salt soak Rick stew. Well, I can't live stream from the bathtub. I'm not that kind of girl. But well, at least it's not that kind of channel. Not on this channel. And then we go to our OnlyFans and it's Randy in a bathtub. There's no water in it. He's just sitting in a bathtub.
I'm just squatting in the bathtub. I never said there was water in it.
Can't even close the dang. Randy, can you close
Only tubs.
Only tubs. Well, I don't know how else I'm gonna, cream corn. Can you close this, baby? The open paint one. Thank you. Save it for the OnlyFans. For the after party. Yeah, okay, so our after party. Do what?
Take it before she does.
Thank you, baby. Oh, God, I don't want Millie to chew up a thing of paint. The after party is where our channel members and Happy Crafter Club members, we just kind of keep hanging out and we do the live stream all over again. YouTube equals YouTube. Did someone say cream corn? Hey, Yvette. Oh, look up Jerry Springer King Corn Bath Rub. Pro. WTF, bro.
What? I guess I wasn't sick that day at school.
Right?
I missed that episode.
We will see you guys in the after party, and if not, we will see you in Monday's shop update, where we have some really exciting news and things to share with you guys over there. So, but yeah, we will see you guys in the after party, and I will be in a better mood, I promise. So, I'll see y'all there, and until then, happy crafting, you guys. Mwah. Bye.